Tell Them Everything, Remember Us, or T2ERU, is based around this central notion of memory. It's a subject that I've been really interested in for some time. What's worth remembering in 4,000 years? How might we preserve or consider our own experience and present it to our distant millennial heirs, or to foreign species, alien species, artificial intelligences, other dimensions? And what kinds of strategies could we employ to represent this notion of sort of who we are and what we're doing? We might think about how could we begin to use what is otherwise sort of speculative media that doesn't really exist on the market, display systems like the one you see behind me. For the SESME initiative, I began working with community members, Qualcomm Institute staff, and students to begin to develop a sort of large-scale multimedia suite of works, of photographs, 3D panoramas, 4K cinema, LiDAR scans. So some of what you see on the wall behind me is a result of some of this work. One of the things I always think about when dealing with this project with memory is archaeology and the things we dig up from 4,000 years ago. We may dig up a dagger or a knife, we may dig up an altar, a cloak. And these are objects, these are things, these are the artifacts. But that's not as interesting to me as the fact that whoever, the high priest who enacts the ritualistic sacrifice looks at himself in the mirror and says, I feel fat. I'm not happy. Like, why am I doing this? Right? There's a feeling of just, I don't know, I don't feel good, my stomach. That had to happen. But all we have is a dagger and an altar and a cloak. We don't get the other stuff. The other stuff is what really matters, right? The fact that we actually do fall in love and we have our hearts broken and people we love die. Well, there aren't really artifacts that we can bury in a time capsule and dig out to sort of show people that. But what if we can begin to explore these technologies from cinema to panorama to think about, well, what kinds of metaphors, what kinds of poetics can we generate? We generated over almost 30 original works, all of which are sort of housed here, right, which can be shown in demos. What I was really wanting to do, and what I was working with students and other artists to do, is to think about how can we employ the specific limitations, but more importantly, the specific opportunities provided by these technologies to really cut into and experiment with how can we explore these ideas of memory, of connection, through the specific technologies of the Qualcomm Institute. The other thing I have on the screen here is a score. I was thinking about other ways to realize this work and what are some of the design aesthetics of T2ERU.
The person as much.